Hidden for nearly 15,000 years, there's a new discovery that's changing what we think we know about how the Americas were settled.
So there's this team at Florida State University that discovered stone tools alongside mastodon bones. That means they found the oldest known site of human life in the southeastern U.S. Consider that. Think about it for just a second. We're joined now by Florida State University Assistant Professor Jesse Holligan. Professor Holligan, good morning to you.
Good morning to you guys.
So put into just layman's waking up Saturday morning, eating my Wheaties terms, what this means, the discovery of these tools.
So these bones and artifacts show that people were in Florida 1,500 years earlier than a lot of people accept the Americas were colonized. And more importantly, a lot of us were taught that the Americas were colonized by some folks coming through an ice-free corridor from Alaska through Canada into North and South America around 13,500 years ago. That's what most high school textbooks say. That ice-free corridor wasn't open until 14,000 years ago. This site is 500 years older than that, and in Florida, which is by any stretch of the imagination, kitty corner across the continent from Alaska. So it means that we really have to re-examine how and when the Americas were colonized.
So this is on its face fascinating, but when I look at the pictures and the images here, it's underwater.
Yes.
Some underwater sinkhole, is that what we're looking at here?
Yes, it's a sinkhole in the bottom of the Aucilla River. The people weren't, however, scuba diving 14,500 years ago. This was a site that would have been an isolated pond about 130 miles from the coast at the time people were here 14,500 years ago, because sea levels were almost 300 feet lower then, and Florida was nearly twice as big.
Okay, so we're just learning of this this morning. As a non-archaeologist, I'm excited about this, but tell me, having discovered this, what you felt, what went through your mind when you realized the implications of this discovery.
Oh, it was so exciting. Though, to be fair, we were building on research done by a number of archaeologists in the 80s and 90s who had already done some excavations at the sinkhole. They found a tusk with human-made, they said, cut marks, but it wasn't widely accepted by the archaeological community. So we were actually there to reevaluate their claims. And so finding the stone knife that we discovered really showed that they had been correct. The stone knife, there's absolutely no way that could be made by nature, whereas some people had proposed that the marks on the cut could have been caused by elephants, and by elephants I mean mastodons stomping around on the tusk later on, and our knife showed that there's no way that wasn't done by people. So it wasn't that we lucked into this layer, we were really building on some previous research. But that being said, I don't think any of us slept the night that we found the biface. Everybody was very, very, very excited, and it's been so rewarding to get to work in that sink and find these things.
Well, I imagine you all were very excited. Assistant professor at University of Florida State University. Let me get that right. Florida State University, because you can't mess those two up. Can't conflate those.
Oh my God, no.
Professor Jesse Holligan, thanks so much for sharing the information, the discovery, and the excitement with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Sure.